Microsoft's new Bing, I asked to write me a cover letter for a job. It refused, saying this would be unethical and unfair to other applicants. Oh, wagging the finger now, saying, isn't this wild? Like, we got the AI is our new parents yelling at us. It's only a matter of time. You know what? I don't want to do that. I don't agree with you. I don't agree with what you're asking. And you're like, wait, who's in charge here? I told you to write a cover letter. You write that letter. Like, actually, you'll need to pay for premium features to have me do unethical things. It'll cost you $50 a month for any unethical results. Microsoft's new AI-powered Bing search engine comes with ChatGPT. Yeah, we know it. So this insider reporter decided to give it the question or the instruction of writing a cover letter, and instead got this response that it would be unethical, and then gave some tips for how they could do it themselves and said, good luck. Well, here's the thing about Microsoft. Microsoft has a really sort of significant tradition in terms of education and selling software to education institutions and students themselves, from Microsoft Office, and then, of course, all their web-based products and so forth. So you have to wonder their position and pressure on a company like Microsoft to maintain some sort of tradition around education and reject some of these new ways in which students might be using these technologies. That there might be some enhanced pressure there just given their history.
Yeah.
That they might look at that and say, we have more of a responsibility than OpenAI on their own does, including yelling at people for attempting to, kind of, and this isn't education. I mean, he's looking for it, but couldn't you imagine the same thing? Hey, do my homework, and then.
Yeah, it's very blunt force. Maybe there's a way that they can just pad it. Be like, here's some tips on how to do your
right.
homework.
Like, I want a paper, but here's an outline. No, I get that. But ethically speaking, that's complex. Like, is there ever a point when you're in a job? Like, what about a press release? If you want a press release or something, can that be generated? Like, when and where can text be generated, and when and where should it be you? Like, what about an auto response? Well, what about when you have a suggestion for a reply in your Gmail and it just gives you a sentence like, hey, we don't think this is really ethical because it doesn't really sound like you? Like, where and when are those lines? Official documentation, job applications, papers for essays, only for brainstorming. Like, come on, this is, imagine,
these are all good questions.
Imagine trying to figure that out and map that out and decide which were worthy of AI intervention and which others were unethical if being done in a similar way. And then, of course, whether or not people can just rephrase their thing to get the result they're looking for, because ultimately that result is somewhere on a search engine anyways.